Donald Trump has been attacking others, and now that he has a pliant Justice Department with Pam Bondi and other of his criminal defense lawyers running the Justice Department, they are accusing all kinds of political adversaries of various crimes. So they have...
Oh, he's scared. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's melting down on camera because he knows that the DOJ is now going to pick this up, and he knows that his time is very limited right now as a U.S. Senator. Adam Schiff, we already spoke about the mortgage fraud, but now it has gotten to Trump's desk, and he's making an announcement in front of the world about him, and we're going to talk about what just happened because he's losing it, and he's losing it on camera. But why? Why is Adam Schiff bugging out? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Trump says, I have always suspected Shifty Adam Schiff was a scam artist, and I now learn that Fannie Mae's Financial Crimes Division have concluded that Adam Schiff was engaged in sustained pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Adam Schiff said that his primary residence was in Maryland to get a cheaper mortgage and rip off America when he must live in California because he is a senator in California. Because he was a congressman from California at the time, I always knew Adam Schiff was a crook. The fraud began with the refinance of his Maryland property on February of 2009 and continued through multiple transactions until the Maryland property was correctly designated as a second home on October of 2020. Mortgage fraud is very serious, and crooked Adam Schiff, now a senator, needs to be brought to justice. Oh my, he is calling for Adam Schiff to be brought to justice. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down.
News alert. The Angle has exclusively obtained the criminal referral for Democrat Senator Adam Schiff. It shows the underlying conduct described could result in claims of mortgage fraud. The referral submitted to the DOJ by Housing Director Bill Pulte alleges that Schiff has, in multiple instances, falsified bank documents and property records to acquire more favorable loan terms, impacting payments from 2003 to 2019 for a Potomac, Maryland-based property. Schiff owns a home in California and another in Maryland. Well, perhaps when the Democrats decided to have Mr. High and Mighty Adam Schiff head an impeachment witch hunt against Trump, they should have done their due diligence, not just on their absurd allegations, but on their own chairman. With us to analyze is Jonathan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, what do you think? This was the guy that led to some of the biggest hoax in the history of the United States against President Trump during his first term in office. And that's why Trump is calling him out on this. This is the guy that led the league in all of the meltdowns against President Trump, all the hoaxes, right? Russia, right? The Ukraine call, the perfect call. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, but here he is. He did make a statement. He basically goes on camera. We're going to talk about the meltdown he had here. And he is responding to what Trump said. He says, Trump is now calling me to be criminally prosecuted. It's nothing new, but his attacks on the rule of law are more dangerous than ever, says here. And we're going to watch this real quick. I just want you to watch his body language and the way that he feels he must respond to this, because he knows it's about to go down.
So today, Trump posted this on social media, accusing me of crimes and saying that I needed to be brought to justice. This in and of itself is not new. Trump has been threatening prosecution or jailing of me, accused me of various things over the years. But I want to put this in the context of not only his attacks on me, but also his attacks on other perceived political enemies and what it means.
Oh, so now you want to put this under an umbrella. No, I think you should focus on yourself on this one, buddy. I think you should focus on you right now, right? Don't focus on everybody else. I see what you're trying to do here. It's just not working. The American people can see right through because this is not just a story that came up yesterday. This is a story we covered on this channel about a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. So it's something that eventually was going to hit his desk. And let's talk about you, man.
For the rule of law. So for years, really beginning with my work on the investigation of Donald Trump connected to Russia and then connected to Ukraine, continuing through my leading his first impeachment over his Ukraine misconduct. And for years now, Donald Trump has,
which were all hoaxes, by the way, all of them, every single one, all fake, no proof.
Threatened to investigate me, prosecute me in various different ways, accused me falsely of engaging in a variety of crimes, the most serious of which he has repeated frequently ad nauseum, is accusing me of treason.
He should resign from office in disgrace, and frankly, they should look at him for treason.
Of saying there is a way that we deal with people who are committing treason, or at least there has been in the past, and saying I should be jailed and prosecuted. So he's accused me of treason. He's also accused me of leaking classified information. He's accused me of fraud. It's been basically one thing after another, all baseless, all without merit. A lot of his attacks are on social media, like this.
Wait.
Basically one thing after another, all baseless, all without merit. A lot of
And then they cut the video right there. Okay.
his attacks are on social media, like this attack here, or this one here, or this one here. Some of them are during interviews where he calls for my prosecution or my arrest or accuses me of various crimes, like here.
And I'll tell you what, he should be forced to resign from Congress. Adam Schiff, he's a lowlife. He should be forced to resign.
That's right. He's attacking me during a joint press conference with another head of state. But it's not just me. Over the years, Donald Trump has been attacking others. And now that he has a pliant Justice Department with Pam Bondi and other of his criminal defense lawyers running the Justice Department, they are accusing all kinds of political adversaries of various crimes. So they have...
Oh, he's scared. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's scared. You see, he's trying to mention these are attacks. By the way, if you look at why he's freaking out because this attack that he claims is an attack is actually has nothing to do with anything other than this is a crime and you should be prosecuted for this crime. Now, again, tried for treason because of what you did and how you basically split the country up to believe that Trump was a foreign asset. These attacks are reasonable. You say they're without merit, but we all know, even Democrats can agree that you crossed the line a long time ago by lying about most of these with the J6 committee as well, right? The unelected committee. This is why people voted for Trump. Trump won again because of people like you, Adam. Now he's calling for you to face justice because of a mortgage fraud. Has nothing else to do but that. But yet you're trying to align all of this as if Trump is attacking everybody and I'm just another person. You're not. You've been targeting Trump for a very long time. And Trump has called you a traitor because of the lies that you have told the American people. And you basically being responsible for many Democrats and many people always freaking out when it comes to Trump because they believed, what you told and how you led the impeachments and the perfect call that Trump calls the perfect call, but that you say, he was a Russian asset and you still did a steal dossier. It just everything put together. What you're showing here is you're freaking out because you actually might be guilty of this, though we think you're guilty of all of it because of what you've done. But this is actually different. It has nothing to do with anybody else but you. That's why he's losing it on camera.
Suggested or referred to the Justice Department James Comey, the former FBI director, and accused him of, I'm not sure exactly what. They've referred John Brennan to the Justice Department, the former director of the CIA. They have gone after Christopher Krebs. You'll remember Chris Krebs was the one who worked for the Cyber Information Security Agency and said that the 2020 election was the most secure in history. That was his offense. So they've said that he's under investigation. They've said that Miles Taylor is under investigation. He was a chief of staff at the Department of Homeland Security, and the list goes on. And the danger of this, of course, is not that these people will be successfully prosecuted without any evidence, but that they can be put to the difficulty of having to defend themselves.
Here's another thing. As he melts down on camera again, what did you guys put Trump through? Like, Democrats are so quickly to forget, how did we even get to a July 13th of 2024? Remember that when Trump got shot? Remember that? Or when he was put through the Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Fannie Willis, I mean, trial after trial, right? Indictment after indictment. What's so sad about it, it was under the Joe Biden administration that happened. Now, you haven't been arrested yet, but if you are arrested, it would be for something that seems that you did, or you would have to prove that you didn't do it, or you're innocent. That's why he's bringing it up. He's also bringing it up because you've made him a target for a very long time. And it seems that you don't have your hands clean in this. James Comey, you want to bring up James Comey, 86, 47, calling for Trump to be unalived? Like, come on. Are we kidding? So again, Democrats like Adam Schiff, and by the way, CIA, like all the spying on Trump's campaign when he's running for the first time, that's something that happened too. Like, they spied on Trump's campaign. That was a real thing. So people like you inspired that. Now you might face like an indictment, or you're about to be under investigation. Now you're freaking out on camera, basically reaching for everybody that you possibly can. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Adam Schiff, senator from California, who was from Maryland, a primary resident in Maryland, while he was a congressman in California, which again, it would be illegal. And Trump, again, many other people have brought this up. Trump's just now getting it in front of his desk. He wrote about it, and now he's telling the American people this guy should be brought to justice. The Department of Justice just so now be Pam Bondi. Will she do the right thing here? And that's why this guy is freaking out, pleading to the world, please, 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 just, I'm a victim. That's what I've noticed about these Democrats, this nonstop. They're victims of exactly what they tried to put Trump through. Now that the ball is on the other side and people are, let's just investigate the other side, let's see if they're clean. Boy, things are getting spicy, man.